Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Campaign 2, Episode 30, Part 1. First off, I'm wearing my Bo shirt. I just have to answer some comments, because some people are being very ridiculous in the comments, to put it nicely. I'm just going to speak my piece, and then we're going to move on, and you guys can say whatever you want in the live stream. I just feel that some things need to be addressed. I'm not defending myself. I'm simply saying, and I'm not going to say who said it. You can go in the comments. You can see what you want. But there are a lot of people acting like I'm some kind of misogynist. Now, nobody said it that I saw, but people are like, I'm just assuming that you're only acting like this because it's Bo, because it's Marisha. What are you guys talking about? Bo is my favorite character, to the point that I have shirts. I purchase $200 plus statues. I only have her and Ford. If I didn't like the character and I hated women, why would I purchase these things and display them and openly say that I love Bo? That gets me pissed off, in the sense that it's one thing to have an opinion. It's another to say that I'm a misogynistic person. And that's basically what a few of you are saying in the comments. So I'm just putting the kibosh on that right now. I'm slightly angry, maybe more so, because that's messed up. For you guys to say that anything has anything to do with Bo or Marisha being a woman is insane. I would say the same thing to Caleb or anybody else. If you don't remember, I despised Caleb in the beginning. You guys hated on me for freaking out on Liam about choices he made about Caleb's character and stuff like that. So let's not even go down that road of acting like I'm singling out Marisha or Bo in any instances whatsoever. The reason in which I don't attack Liam is because Liam is consistently acting the same way. Marisha is all over the board. Bo as a character, I understand. Bo, I understand she is that way for a reason. Which is funny, because the way you guys describe Bo is the way you're saying I'm acting. You describe her as aggressive, abrasive, saying things she might not need to say or shouldn't say to people, kind of acting like an asshole. You guys have said it. That's pretty much what you're saying I'm acting like towards Bo. So maybe you guys should read what you're writing and actually realize that you're saying a lot of the same stuff. A lot of you also act in your comments like you're better than everybody else, and only your opinion matters. I am here as a reactor to give you my reaction, to give you my opinion. If you want to debate me, that's fine. But don't write paragraphs of insults like this is why you're wrong and this is why you're wrong. I'm going to single somebody out, Canadian Kaz. Canadian Kaz, you fire at me all the time in the comments, and I'll debate you till the day is done. It's one thing to debate a person. You can't fire 20 reasons why they're wrong and assume you're right. That's not how shit works. You could be angry, you could debate me, you could say you disagree. I never say anybody's wrong. I say I disagree, I think that's dumb, I think that's stupid, and that's another thing too. You guys are freaking out over the fact I called her dumb. I call everyone dumb. I even said I am dumb. And then Canadian Kaz, you put in the comments, if Liam was the one that made the mistake with the spider, you would have called him dumb too. No, I wouldn't have. I have 100% sold myself out and threw myself under the bus when I'm wrong. I've said, I'm wrong. Sorry about that. I fucked up. I'm an idiot. I've literally said this multiple times in reactions. So for you guys to assume that I would just switch sides and lie, basically, you're basically calling me a liar. You're saying if Marisha was right, I would have said Liam was dumb and switched sides. No, I would have admitted I was wrong. I would have said I am dumb, and we would have ended it there. So a lot of you got to slow your roll. You got to realize this is a reaction channel and that I'm giving my opinion. And just the fact that you could think I have a problem with Marisha or Bo is ridiculous. So don't even go there. I don't even erase comments. Go read some of the comments that are posted on this video. People are like, I don't know, I don't want to draw conclusions, but I think you hate women. That's basically what you're saying. Go read it. Tell me I'm wrong. There's a lot of people defending me. M. Gormley is probably the one that said it best. I am here to watch a show. If I don't talk over things, I'm going to get copyright strikes. I have gotten suspended and I get dozens of copyright claims every week. I kid you not, I could show you. Notifications in my thing. I have dozens of copyright claims that videos are taken down on a daily basis. The Wire, for instance, here's my fear. If I continue to not talk like I do over these shows, giving you full content, at some point I'm going to have all these videos taken down. It's happened before. In the beginning, beginning. I started The Wire. It didn't give me problems till 2 years later, and I had every video taken down. If you go back and look at my Wire videos, half of them are missing because I have to re-edit them and they were all claimed on copyright. So I am talking as much as I do because I have to. I cannot just sit here and watch an hour-long show and not talk. And I'm not a psychic. I don't know when something important is going to be said. So I've told you guys in the past, Talks Machina is for ranting and drinking and having a good time. So stop taking it so seriously, understand it's a reaction channel, and allow me to have my opinion and debate me. Don't write paragraphs in the comments telling me that you're right and I'm wrong and how dare I. Because that's insulting. And what you're doing to me is what you're accusing me of doing to Bo. So let's end it there. You want to debate me on it in the live stream? Go ahead. You want to write comments in this one? Go ahead. I'll answer you in this format. But there are a couple of you who are being way out of line. And to quote M. Gormley again, he said, I'm not here to analyze every word that is spoken. Yes, I'm going to miss things. It's inevitable. I'm going to miss things and I will figure them out, or you guys will tell me, or I'll go back and rewatch it when I edit. That's what a reaction channel is. It isn't me sitting here for an hour staring at the screen. So God forbid I talk over something of importance. You guys don't freak out like crazy people. That's the point of this. The point of this is to have fun and talk and rant and have a good time. Not to be like, oh my God, you talked over a sentence. I hate your guts. You're a piece of shit. And how dare you hate Marisha with the... I have at some point had a problem with almost everybody on the show, and I wear my emotions on my sleeve and I tell you how it is and I speak my mind about that person. It has nothing to do with singling anybody out or doing anything specifically to go after a certain person. Like I said, the only reason it seems like it's always Marisha is because one, Bo's my favorite character. So obviously I'm going to be very critical about the decisions of my favorite character. Besides that, Marisha as a person and as a character is much more all over the place than the other people. Sam is a live wire. Each person is kind of in their own zone. They do their own thing. They have like the way they act. I feel like Marisha is all over the place. And as far as the drinking thing, we keep telling you no one's drinking, no one's drinking. That doesn't mean that after a major event like a Gen Con or the birth of a child, that they might have a raging party and get blasted drunk on a given day. It doesn't mean just because she never gets drunk. That could be the one time she got shit-faced and she was acting different. Yes, you guys said it was because she was exhausted and tired. And I myself said maybe that's why. But it doesn't mean that she will never in her life ever get drunk like that. How dare you assume the great Marisha Ray would get drunk like that? Anybody could get drunk on a given day. It doesn't matter. So to even bring that up is crazy. I must have saw 5 comments about, Jay, we've told you before, they don't drink like that. Then I saw a couple that go, well, maybe once in a while they have a drink or two. There's an event. There's the birth of a child. There's the death of a character. How do we know they're not going to rage one night and she lost control? It happens to the best of us. So that's my piece. I know I said a minute. That was way longer. We killed Lorenzo at the end. He's done. And the episode's called The Journey Home. We only got about 10 minutes in part 1, then the hour Patreon, then 10 minutes for part 2. One of the shortest episodes yet. Let's just jump in. You guys want to be way ahead, full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube. I just don't have time to edit them all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Steven Universe, Infinity Train, and Centaur World all started this month or last month. I don't know. Check it out. If not, jumping in. Campaign 2. Episode 30, Part 1.
And welcome back, everybody.
I don't know if the volume is
unique
right.
rush.
It's one of those weeks.
So, last we left off, and we're going to do a little bit of time bending here so we can make sure we get everything we want to. Last we left off, the Mighty Nein, upon heading towards the second leg of their journey, completing a task for the gentleman of who they had left Sadash to earn money and praise with, found themselves in the outskirts of Hupperduke, where 3 members of their team were captured in the middle of the night by a group of traveling slavers.
Which members?
I hear
Oh no.
I hear people.
Guys.
Oh, the amnesia. You gotta have one at every point of the party. We lost one.
I have not seen who's at the table
So,
yet. I've only seen Matt. I went right to
these
the
members, Yasha,
intro. I have not seen who's over there.
Jester and Ford, all captured by the Iron Shepherds, this group of slavers, and
I just
dragged
wanna make sure
north
I'm right.
to Shady Creek Run, outside of the laws of the Empire. The rest of the members finding new allies in Keg, the Dwarven Fighter, Neela, the Firbolg Druid, and
That was
brief
a lot of guests we had
appearance-
over the last 2 or 3
reappearance
episodes.
of the fantastic human cleric Shikasta. These friends together managed to storm the gifted stronghold of the Sour Nest, attack and destroy one by one this team of slavers, leaving the Iron Shepherds down to their last few in the subterranean basement where these cages contained their friends, chained and held in darkness. There, the battle with Lorenzo, revealing his final form after stalking them invisibly from the air for their entire journey through that fortress, revealed himself to be an Oni, a terrible creature of nightmare and
We've talked about the Onis in the live stream.
However, through some ingenuity, fast thinking,
I
and
have
some incredible
questions.
luck,
Like our Onis? How
Lorenzo
common
found
are
himself
Onis? I feel like
unable
they're a lot
to escape.
less common.
The members of your team knocked unconscious, brought back from the brink, and a final blow was dealt by Caleb as his arcane cinders burned away the final remnants of Lorenzo's demonic form. There, as you began to inspect the interior of the subterranean chamber, you
Always makes me
discovered
think
in
of
one
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
set of these prison cells to the left, there lie chained Jester and Ford in the other, an unconscious.
I saw Laura was in the thing. Is that I heard, and I saw Travis's
through
name.
The bars, unlocking the mechanism.
I saw her like in the thumbnail.
And have now.
And I
come
think you
back
guys told me
face
they're
to
back.
face with your taken friends, with one new friend and one missing. And that's where we come in. Jester.
Yay! I had to eye it up
Forward
first.
both in the chamber after enduring
Oh my god, it's so weird seeing them all back like
the
this.
sounds of other captors being punished, being tortured, and a nearby friend enduring it silently. Just to frustrate them, you've been trying desperately to contemplate ways of escape, to try and find a way to relieve yourself of your bindings to no avail. And then suddenly,
It's so weird because it's only been like a little over a
there's the
month,
sound of battle.
but I feel like I haven't seen them in it
Weapons scraping
forever.
on stone and metal and flesh, screams, familiar voices, flashes of light, the air rushing warm and cold with the nearby blasting of arcane energies, divine forces and powers brought in to sustain and snuff life, and then silence. You hear the voices come close, and as you barely manage to move over and glance over your shoulder, you watch as the bars swing open.
I feel like this whole part 1 is going to be
of Not the Brave rushes over
us
and embraces you, saying,
embracing each other. Oh, because we're only doing 10 minutes, it's going to be all this. That we're barely going to have time for anything else.
Oh yes. Yeah, okay. I'll take whatever's on her mouth off.
You pull off what is essentially a thick leather gag that has been keeping her from speaking.
Hello.
I want to know how badly they were messed with. Were they tortured bad, or was it not
Followed the clues. We traced the evidence.
an Oni?
Thought about
It was
it
an Oni.
logically, and also this girl who was walking down the street told us where to go.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even get to tell anyone. I tried to cast sending, but my hands are
Oh, let me
bound.
untie you. I'll cut off her hands.
You cut off her hands. I unbound her by
Oh,
cutting
so
off
given the
Jester's
immediate
hands.
pressure,
Jester now has
you
no
took your time with the
hands.
bindings, using your lockpicks, and managed to free her of the manacles.
Thank you. Ford is also tied up though, really bad.
How are you doing?
See, I said this at the end of the last
My
episode.
muscles
Maybe
would be really sore.
we got to them
This
before
is
they were
really hard for
hardcore tortured. She's saying she's sore.
Are you sure he's not just like?
Seriously though, this is really painful.
Okay. We'll help him out.
You know how bad it is to have your hands tied behind your back for several days?
That would be really uncomfortable.
It's not fun.
Oh no.
I once
all right? Are you
had to
injured?
do some kind of exercise in martial arts where you had to have your arms tied up above you on a rope and you had to like defend. And I was like that for like an hour, and your arms are
Do you guys
fucking
see Yasha?
dead.
They took her out of here. They were.
They knocked her unconscious.
Hey! Bo, do you see Yasha out there?
I look in the other chamber. Is she in there?
As you guys had noticed at this point, you've glanced over in the other chamber, and you do see faced away and lying within the other chamber is Yasha.
Hadn't we
You managed
already
to
determined
eventually
that
get
last
open,
episode?
And inside,
I feel like we knew that.
she's lying there, motionless.
Can I check her?
Is Matt gonna do the voice of Yasha? I guess Yasha.
It's
I mean,
really
we got Matt
relatively
for
easy to
that.
check. She's breathing, and
She's breathing.
she looks pretty brutalized. There are gashes and tear marks in the flesh where hooks were pulled through.
Oh!
There are streaks of dried blood on her.
So they did get into her like
But
Hellraiser
she's not
style.
unconscious within an inch of her life. She's a hardy woman, and she's endured a lot.
That's probably why
inside,
they
and
did more to her, because she looked like she could endure more,
she lies here unconscious before you.
more experimental
still bound in
worthy.
manacles.
Seeing Bo go in ahead of me, still sitting on the table, I mutter a word and cast knock, and the manacles fall away.
Deuces. Have any healing left?
Not a drop.
Not a drop.
I have healing, though.
Who
Don't
are
worry,
you?
I have healing.
Oh.
Who are you? I have healing.
I'm totally forgetting. We got to tell them about
I
Molly.
can
They're gonna be
heal.
like, "Who's this new
I
guy?"
haven't been using any spells. I can't use anything when your hands are tied.
I just give Jester a big hug.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bo.
Caduceus.
Thank you, guys.
Well, let's
I go
let's
cast
move.
Cure Wounds on Yasha.
The wounds seal up.
Cure wounds on Yasha.
She notably becomes healthier. You watch as some scars still remain, but she's further from the brink, but still unconscious.
Is the room clear? Did you take care of all of them?
Yes. Yes, I think so. We haven't scouted around every.
So many.
We had some help.
You did.
Shakasta's here.
I saw.
Well, he
Shikasta.
was here.
No, we saw him in. One
Oh,
of
he was in a
the-
cage, that's
I
right.
just couldn't tell you. I saw him in one of the other.
Yeah.
The other cages.
I didn't see him.
I was gonna say they knew.
There's also a really nice furbolg named Neela.
Oh my
Her son
God,
and her mate
we're
got
going
sweet
down the
on.
line.
Is that like? Is
We're gonna
that
get
like
to
Blood
Molly.
Soul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she
It's
got
like
her.
him, too. Oh,
Hi.
this is Caduceus. He also came with us to help out.
Caduceus.
Hello.
We met him this morning.
We've known him for 24
I'm here to
hours.
help. I made a deal with this one. It's okay.
Oh.
I like your hair.
Yeah, you're
Thank you.
very
I like
chill.
your hair.
Thank you.
Caduceus, I'm
I actually,
appreciate your help.
nothing against Molly. I enjoyed Molly, and I was very curious to see where it went.
Where's Molly?
Oh shit, here it comes.
Who?
Mom,
Oh, when the music kicks in.
Jester.
Is he waiting upstairs?
He didn't make it.
To this dungeon? Because he's waiting upstairs?
He didn't survive the trip. I'm really sorry.
Was that when we heard you guys?
the caravan.
We were in the caravan.
Oh,
we heard
they-
people fighting.
They were in there.
We heard people shouting.
I got
"Where'd you
chills
go
hearing
for
that.
Molly?"
I kind of assumed, I guess, but we didn't know for sure.
We couldn't see you. Could barely see anything. We were stuck. They had us gagged and bound. And I swore I heard a few voices, but
So they were actually there for
we
it.
were moving before. we
Ow, I
knew
just
it.
bit my
We
tongue.
tried shouting. There's just no way you could hear us.
No, we are sorry. We tried our best, but it wasn't good enough.
He tried his best. He got right up in Lorenzo's face, and it just wasn't strong enough.
We got cocky and underestimated our enemies.
It's not your fault.
Where did you leave him?
My God, Laura has got the
Buried in the
greatest
wood, in the bramble
cry
wood,
face.
right? No,
I mean, I know
that's
she's
not right.
really upset.
That's old campaign.
Yeah, no, you
What's it
buried him.
called?
You buried him along the Glory Run Road.
It's a fitting name.
The Glory Run Road.
We can take you there.
What if we go back
It's on the
and he
way.
ain't there?
So Dash, we gotta talk to the gentleman anyway.
Did you kill everyone here?
I think so.
I think we got most of
Lorenzo?
them. At least the big baddies.
What about that short guy that was really mean?
Prado?
Fuck him. Prado.
Yeah, Prado.
No,
We should be sure.
They're a nasty bunch. Lorenzo was not what he seemed.
We need to give the house the once over.
There might be a
Sure,
straggler or
there's
two, but
nothing
nothing
to
of
this house of
major
everything.
consequences. Oh, he feels
I'm sorry.
because they were lookouts and didn't
Should've-
see it.
Seen them coming, heard them. We just weren't expecting it.
All right, guys, that's a good place to stop. We only could do 10 minutes. I think I did a little more than that. If I do any more, there'll be nothing left for part 2 because I got to do the hour Patreon exclusive. I told you guys, this is, if not one of the shortest episodes I feel like I remember. Without the intro and exit, it is barely 3+ hours. I think it's like 3 hours and 10 minutes. So the live stream is going to be short too. The live stream is going to be under an hour and 30. And I have to do the hour Patreon, like I said, in part 2. But at least we get a taste of what we're in for. We got Ford and Jester back. I feel like you guys might have told me that or suggested that it was most likely going to happen. I feel like you were like, yeah, we told you they're away for like a month. And it's been a month, a little more than that maybe. We get them back. I love to see them. I feel like if Yasha is going to speak, it's going to be done through Matt Mercer. I know you guys told me her blind spot schedule does not allow her to be here. So Matt's done the voices before, filled in when needed. Yasha, though, looks to be horrifically banged up, like Hellraiser in my mind, where you get the hooks and they use sort of like torture porn effects where people get off on it almost. But what are these dudes up to? What were they trying to do? We know they're torturing people. They're eating children. There's either something really dark going on here that we don't quite understand yet, or they're just horribly shitty people, which is also possible. They could just be shitty for the sake of being shitty. But I feel like there's more going on. We're going to do a lap, check out the house. They just said, let's go do a once over, make sure no one else is here, which I think is a good idea. If anyone else is left, I don't think they're going to present too much of a problem, and they might even surrender. They might be like, oh shit, Lorenzo and everyone's dead. I give up. I was only hanging with these dudes. But then what do? You got to imprison those fools. You can't just let them run away, do you? They're kind of shitty, horrible people, murdering children, kidnapping families, torturing people. It doesn't look like Ford or Jester got tortured all that much. She said, I'm sore. She's a little banged up. Her arms are behind her back for a couple days. But it doesn't seem like on the surface that her and Ford were messed with too much. I don't feel like a whole lot of time has gone by. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like between us getting taken, like Ford and Jester and Yasha, between that happening, it's only been a couple days, right? So if they were torturing the shit out of Yasha, I mean, that's freaking horrible, and I feel bad for Yasha. But maybe, if anything, her brute force and stature saved Ford and Jester from having torture applied to them. It's like one of those things, like, if I'm like the bigger, badder, tougher guy and a bunch of people get kidnapped, I'd almost rather you torture me longer to save them from being tortured because I could handle more. Like, I'm not trying to act like a tough guy. I'm just saying, like, in a specific situation like that, I really don't know what these people were up to, Lorenzo and team and the whole Iron Shepherds, beyond just being horrible underground shitheads. But I'm so happy we have our people back. They are obviously quite upset. They're bound and gagged for several days, watching Yasha probably get tortured, or at least knowing she's being tortured, seeing Shikasta and all these other people in cages, and now we wake them up, save their lives, and go, hey, yeah, by the way, Molly died, and they even know when it happened. They're like, we thought we heard you guys at the caravan, it was attacked, we were inside, we were bound and gagged, and we thought we heard you. So they were there when Molly actually died. We're gonna go back, it looks like, and show Ford and Jester where we buried him. I will die, and I know you guys told me give it up It ain't happening. But I said there is a small part of me that thinks you guys have to tell me things like that. And even if you're serious and it's real, I'm still going to have a slight part of me that doesn't believe it. If we go back and Molly is gone, I will love it. I don't even care if we don't see him again. I hope we go back and the grave is dug up like somebody emerged and he's gone, but we just like don't see him. I don't want to see him. I just want to know he's out there somewhere. That to me is cool enough, and it would make sense because how do we handle Caduceus now? Obviously, Talzin is a new character, a new man, a new furball. I don't want to have Molly back, but I want to know he's out there somewhere. I don't think I'm going to get it. I don't think it's going to happen. Let's do a once around with the house. Sorry about the 10-minute rant in the beginning. I meant to do a minute or two and it was very long. I'm going to edit that down. But you guys understand what I'm saying. No hard feelings. Just understand this is a reaction video. I'm going to talk over things that are important. I have to for the sake of the future of this channel and doing these in the future. If this show, Critical Role, continues to get more and more popular, I'm telling you, it's happened with other shows. I'm going to start getting slapped with copyright claims, and then all you are going to be like, Jay, what happened? Why aren't you posting videos anymore? And I'm going to say, because you guys got mad that I talked so much, and now I'm going to be copyright claimed and it's not even worth doing because I have to edit it up. It's a problem waiting to happen. I'm telling you guys, it's happened on other shows. And what ends up happening is I don't have the time to go back and fix it once we're in a routine. Like say right now, I got all 30 previous episodes flagged right now. I don't have the time to go back and edit all those up, so I'm trying to account for it now by ranting like I do and talking over people. If you see other reaction videos, they literally just cut the video and talk. If you want me to just completely cut the video out and talk for 5 minutes and don't have a continuous flowing scene, I could do it. But I feel like I'm allowing you guys to watch along with me in full. And if I talk over something, let me know about it. Don't freak out like I'm the worst person ever. And don't dare say that I am misogynistic or that I'm singling people out or I'm choosing sides or having favorites. Because if anything, Marisha and Bo are my favorite. So all of your accusations make zero sense. Why would I own a shirt? That's like saying you hate women, but I wear shirts all the time and have statues all over of women because I praise them and I worship the characters they portray. Like, what is that all about? You guys also have to remember, and I've told you this before, I live my life and I grew up with a lot of tough love. I was taught if you do something stupid, you're called stupid. And people are going to rub it in your face and be like, look what you did, you idiot. Don't do that next time. Now, that might sound horrible, but that is a way you could be raised in which you could become a huge success. And I'm in my 40s now and run 3 businesses, and I was raised like that since I was a little kid. Maybe it's not the best way, and maybe you don't agree with it, but it worked. And that's not a form of bullying. Some people could look at it like bullying. I look at it like a method of teaching you. The military does it. Look at drill sergeants. Look at things like that. Look at martial arts. Look at certain disciplines. They don't coddle you. They don't hold your hand and go, that's not very smart of you to do that. They go, listen, you goddamn idiot, do that again and I'm going to fuck you up. That's what they say. And that's the way I go by. So I want that equally done to me. It isn't like I bully people and I'm like, whoa, slow your roll. You don't talk to me like that. I'm saying you can talk to me like that, but have a good reason and don't be ridiculous about it because you're mad that I don't have the same opinion as you. That's what I'm saying. Let's end it there. We're going into the Patreon exclusive hour. Then part 2 is going to be only 10 minutes, and then we got the live stream Friday. We'll talk more there. You guys want to see more of what I do? Full unedited reactions, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube. I just don't have time to edit it all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Steven Universe, Centaur World, and Infinity Train all started this month. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.